Hello everyone. Today I'm making a clamping bar that bolts to the bottom of my fixture plate so that I can clamp it in the vise on my mill or my shaper. I picked up this fixture plate from Little Machine Shop a while back and getting ready to use it for a project. I believe it's sold by a couple other companies. Anyway, they look similar. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how the aluminum is going to hold up. I started to make a fixture plate out of a piece of cast iron that I got from McMaster Carr, but then I saw this one for sale for a pretty reasonable price and picked it up, so we'll see how it goes. Hi, so I'm starting with a piece of 1.5 inch square cold rolled steel that was cut to length, and we're going to mill all 6 sides of this so that they're flat, square, and parallel to each other. And we'll just run quick through that, and then we'll get on to laying out the holes. Using an edge finder, I'm going to find the center of this part, both length and width wise. Everything is going to be laid out off of the center. The holes, 2 holes, 1 hole on each end will be drilled on the center line, and we'll determine the measurement of those holes from the center of the piece. Little Machine Shop provides a diagram showing the distances and everything for the holes on the fixture plate, and we're just going to use some pretty simple math and figure out where those holes go. So now that I know the locations of the holes, I'm going to spot drill, tap, and chamfer the 2 holes. Now we're going to chemical blue the bar, and one of the things that is key to this working well is making sure that the part you're going to chemical blue is really, really clean. Um, that's why I wear gloves. I use paper towels as much as possible whenever I'm touching the part before I get the bluing chemical on. Wipe it down with acetone multiple times and get it as clean as you can. You'll also notice that the surface finish on this, areas where the surface finish is really smooth and doesn't have any of the milling marks, the chemical reacts much better and much more quickly than in those areas where the surface finish isn't as pretty. Um, so that's another thing to bear in mind. Although this process, the steel gets darker and darker over time, even once you've applied the chemical. So as you'll see, actually I think in the intro shot, you could see that the bar was pretty black. But if you look at it, As we're applying the chemicals here, you'll see that it doesn't start out just turn black right away. So after you wipe it down thoroughly and clean it with acetone, I just use a foam brush for parts this big and wipe it on. Cover the entire part multiple times. I found rubbing it in with the brush as you're applying it helps break that surface tension a little bit and allow the chemical to reach the steel layer where it's going to, I assume it oxidizes with it. So now that we've got the chemical bluing applied, we take it and rinse it off with hot water. I use hot water because the water evaporates quicker and you don't have to spend as much time drying the part afterwards. One thing that's important to keep in mind here is do not rub any of the oxidation surface, the black surface, off before you apply oil to it, otherwise you will leave shiny spots again. Ask me how I know this. So as I said, then the next step after this is to apply a light coat of oil. I'm just using leftover motor oil here, and it does something with it to, I guess, help seal or finish the process. And I wipe the oil on, let it sit a little bit, and then wipe it off gently. And after a little while, minutes, the part is blued and protected and looks nice. So that's it. We're done. It actually does fit, and I think it looks pretty nice. Now, one of the things I do need to do, because the bolt holes and the threaded holes in the bar are not self-aligning, I will need to set up a dial indicator on the quill and get it aligned with the table for the X travel, and there shouldn't be any problem with Y, or with the alignment of the surface to the table, because the fixture plate actually sits on the vise jaws. But I'll check it and make sure it's in alignment. And that's all. This is a pretty simple project, but I don't have that many videos out yet, so I thought I would make one showing actual milling operations and get it out there. Hopefully you guys, somebody found the at least the part on bluing a little interesting. I don't see a whole lot of videos out there with that kind of content. So thanks a lot, everybody, and take care. And if you would subscribe, I would appreciate it. Bye.